Okay, I'm so glad we've met here again. Welcome. My name is Alfred Boateng, and I'm a full stack engineer. I love coding Ruby on Rails. I love Ruby. I love React. So I'm glad we'll be doing the rest here. So the next thing we'd like to talk about is the associations between the models. Now, if you look at what we are following, we are seeing that a course has some association with language. It has some association with category. And how does this association work? When we go to the Rails Getting Started guide, it talks about association. So association is a connection between two active record models. So if there are two models and want to link them, for example, look at this. Just as what we are working on, there's a course model and there's a language model, and we are seeing that a course belongs to a language. You get a point. So if we are doing a course like on, for example, what we're doing, this course is on Learn Python 3. The language is Python. So this course belongs to that Python language. And there could be a lot of courses under the Python language. And if we want to do that, we use association to do this. And there are many types of associations that we could use. The types are the belongs to. And that belongs to, we normally use that when we are talking about something belonging to something. For example, what we are building, we are saying that a course belongs to a language. Can you see that? It means that a course can have only one language. So it's a one level association. So something belongs to something. For example, a child belongs to only one parent. Right? So a book, they give an example here, a book belongs to just one author. We use that belongs to. And we can do something similar also. So let's go ahead in our controller and then, models, and then see. I like to just do this so that we can keep this guy here for reference sake. So we like to do the course and see it belongs to, let me do the course. And then we like to see the course model. Yay! Can you see that? Because we use the Rails generator, it just did that for us. This is the powerful generator. So a course belongs to a language and it belongs to a category. This means that a course is going to have a language ID and a category ID. Great. And we can do this for, I think lecture also belongs to a section, and then a section also belongs to a course. This is it means that a section has only one course, but there could be the other way around association. And the other association that we care about is has many. Has one means that something has one thing, but then let's care about the has many. And how do we use the has many? I think has many, yay. The has many association is similar to has one, but indicates a one-to-many connection with another model. And look, an author, they are using an example. Initially, we did the book, we were saying that the book belongs to an author, right? So one book can have only one author. But we are saying that an author, one, he can have many books. Can you see that? This is the association. An author. So if there's some model which has many instances of another model, we use the belongs to. And we can go up here, see we have a section, and the section belongs to a course. And we know that a course has many sections. And this is what we see here. This course has this section, it has another section, it has so many sections. So we can go inside the course and we can see that a course has many sections. So let's go inside a course and we can just come here and see has. And Rails is trying to help us. So what they are saying is that it has many, we say it has many sections. And then the class name is section, and then the foreign key that we would like to use. If you like, normally, if you are going to use a different class name, then we can go ahead and change the foreign key. But we can just take this one out because we don't need that. So it has many sections. Great. Let me put this guy away. All right. I think, what else do we care about? So we did that for the course, which a course has many sections. Let's look at the lecture. So a lecture belongs to section. It means that section 2 has many lectures. Has many lectures. Now you can see that we are doing this as plural because the has many is a plural form, but belongs to is one. That's why this is singular, but this is plural. And then we go to lecture, belong to a section, lecture don't has many. Language. Yeah, do you remember that we said that a language has many courses? So we can go inside the language and say it has many courses. That way we can tap into, did we do that for, okay. All right, so after the validation, we just see has many courses. All right. And we can do the same thing for category. So if you want to find all the categories, you can have seen the courses which are intermediate courses or the advanced courses, and we can tap into it. And we can use this as many associations to do that. And then what else? The course has this, the language has this, lecture, yeah, we don't have any association, and boom, we are good to go. But there's one last association that we like to be concerned about, and that is the has many through association. Yeah, has many through association. And we are concerned about that because look at this. How they structure their course. See, we have a course, and a course has many sections, and the sections are having lessons. But we are able to count the total number of lessons for each course. Meanwhile, a course has no direct relationship with the lesson model or the lecture model that we created. I don't know if you got me. Look at this. This is what we created. We have a course, right? And a course, all we know about a course is that a section is having a course ID. But talk about lesson. This is a lesson. The course and the lesson has no direct relationship, right? There's no, like, let's say, course ID here, right? If we like, we could add it. We could add a course ID so that we can count all the lessons belonging to a course, but we don't care about it. So what we do is that we are going to use the has many through association. So we can say that a course has many lessons through the section model. Can you imagine? A course has many lessons, although there's no direct relationship, but it is passing through something. So it means that all those courses, all those lessons which has this course ID, like, and they are passing toward this, we can reference them here. Let's look at how Rails is saying we should use it. This is the has many through association thing. We go down, yeah, has many through. And they are saying that association is often used to set a many-to-many connection with another model. This association indicates that the declaring model can be matched with 0 or more instances of another model by proceeding through a third model. And they give an example here, a physician, appointment, and a patient. And this time, a physician has no direct relationship with the patient, but through appointment model, there can be a relationship, right? And we are doing this here. So let's go to the course and see that we can see that has many lectures. Yay. Through one has many lectures. Don't worry, let me tap my pen through the section. Yeah. So a course has many lectures through sections. So we can have the association. Let's now try and test this to see if it is working correctly. Let's go to the rules console to test this guy. Right, so I'm going to open the rows console and then let's test the association to see if it is working here. So first of all, let's test to see if we are having the lecture, right? But let's test from the top to see if a language. Let me comment this guy out and remove it. And let's see the language dot first. Let's check for the language. Let's see, we were able to get a language, but let's check to see if it has courses. Great, there are no courses because there are no associations out there. But let's uncomment this, bring up the relationship, and then let's do the same thing again. Language.first.courses. Can you see this? It is listing all the courses belonging to that language because the association is there. The same thing is for the course. Let's try and test this. So I can comment out these guys. Yay. Let me comment out these guys. Reload. Without those associations, let's say course of the second. I'm just checking for the second course. You can call the second. Yeah, we have a second course. But let's see if it has some sections, because each course has many sections. Let's see, call the second of sections. And that is throwing an error because the association is not there. And then let's do call the section the lectures. So section the second of lecture. There are no association. But then if we comment all these guys, bring up the association, I think you are getting what I'm trying to see. And then call the second of section. Can you see that it has so many sections? And then let's see the lecture. Boom. We have so many lectures out there. And we are getting all this data because we set up the association correctly. What do you think? This is cool, right? Yeah, I like it. I think you also like it. Yeah. So if you need to do any like association between any two models, you can come to the rules guide to see how you should structure it. In fact, there are a lot. We have the belongs to, has one, has many. It depends on how your model is being structured. This is not the only way to do them. There could be even polymorphic associations between some models, and that's how you are going to look at your model and then structure your whole thing as such. Yeah. So thank you. Okay, so we got our app set up correctly. We've done the associations. The next thing we like to focus on is the styling. How do we style applications in Ruby on Rails? Like you can see that this is coming with no styles. And let's try to see if we can style this thing here. And yeah, the first thing I like to do is that let's add a nav bar, yeah, which is going to appear on all pages. And I think you remember that we talked about partials, and we said that we could add a partial, and then that partial could be everywhere. So let's go to the views folder, and where is views? So great. So we go to views, and we create a folder called shared. And that folder shared is going to contain every file, shared file, like we want to share across board. So let's call this nav.html.erb. Great. And this file can be used everywhere. Like, yeah. When I was preparing this course, I knew that writing all this code can just be a lot of work. So I decided to prepare something here. Let me see if I'm going to find it here. Okay. Yay. Sure. And I'm coming. Right. So, sorry. Perfect. So this is a nav bar I prepared. It's just a normal nav bar with just a logo and then some links. All right, let me save this. And then let's assume we want to style this. Like, first of all, let's present this on the screen. And to let this appear on all parts of the screen, what we do is that we go into the layout in application.html. And this file is just everything, like everything that affects the whole application is going to be here. So if we want to add the nav bar on all the pages, then we need to add it here. So we're going to do something like this. Render. Remember, it was in the shared folder, then /nav. All right. And we can go ahead and do this. And let's see, try run up. Oh, our app is again running already. And then let's go ahead and see what we have. Hey, these are nice, beautiful looking nav bar. This is cool, huh? All right, let's add some styling. Let's assume we want to add some styling. So what we do is the asset file, like asset folder, and then style sheet is where we put all the styles. Now, if we want, we can put all the styles here, and it is going to appear on all the screens. But sometimes we love, like, let's do that for the nav bar. I think that would help us know that this is going to work. I also prepared some styles, some minor styles for here. Come in, let's see. I'm gonna find it. Great. So I got my nav bar, nav links. Great. So I'm going to copy this guy here. Then great. So it just the nav bar, I'm giving it some few styles and I'm setting it to be fixed. I'm tall. I'm giving the logo some size. Yeah, let me save this. We go to our page. And can you see this? Our nav bar is appearing nicely on the screen. Can you imagine? So if we want to add some styles, we can add it to the application, like the app asset style sheet and application.css. And any file that we add there is going to affect all the different any CSS. Like we can reference it anywhere. Remember, we are calling this HTML, and inside the nav we call it this nav here, and it just works like that. But sometimes I think you would like to separate your CSS files because normally that's what we do. So I also like it that way. So what we do is that we go to the CSS file and let's see this is nav. We can see nav.css And then let's take away the styles from here. I'm going to copy these guys from here. I just cut. And then I come to the navs of CSS. I paste them there because I want to separate my CSS file. And then what I do is that I come into the same application.html file again. And you can see that this is where they are referencing their CSS file. We can just copy this, paste it up here. And then it is just saying style sheet link tab. This is application. That is referencing the application.css file. But for us, we are having nav. So let's do this and see. So we are calling the nav. And this means that load the nav file, like navbar CSS file, when you are loading the application. And then when we load the application, you can see that still our navbar is working correct. I think it's clear. Let's add another style. I think you can see that some of our HTML is hiding somewhere because I made this fix. Let's come here and then I think we can give this div the container, and then let's see. I think I have some styles for container in my okay, so let me call this new container. Let me style this. All right, so this can go here. And what I want to do is that I just want to give it let's say padding of 20 pixels. Yay, you can see that this is now like coming down 20 pixels. Like this is the padding top. Okay. But I would like to, yeah, I think it's cool. That's all we want. So padding top of 20 pixels. But maybe we would like to just add some, if you look at this place, they have some big padding around everything. So let's say the body. And then we can say with, let's say 80, whatever. So let's give it a padding. Well, don't worry. Just forget about it. We just have that pattern. Like the main thing that we're looking for is working, so don't worry about it. So this is our nav bar. It is working fine. Let's try adding some styles to this page because can you see that this language is here and then it has two sides. So the language is on the left and then the other things are on the right. So let's try adding the CSS style for this. So we can go into the, I can close this for now. I can close this. Then I can close this. I can also close this. We can go inside the languages. The views. So it's language slash, yeah, this guy here. Great. So what they are doing is that they are just having the languages here, and they are having this guy here, and they are having this top and left part. So I also prepare some styles like CSS file, which is this. We can use something for it. Okay, so this is what I prepared. Yeah, instead of this guy, we can go with this. Now I'd like to just comment it out. We are given this a container surrounds everything. And we have a left section. And we are going to put sorry, we have a left section. Let's try putting yeah. Okay. Let's try putting this guy here. All right. Great. Then I'm going to take this guy out. So I'm putting this on the left, the list on the left. And then for now, let me just take this guy away. And let's header, the section. This is this, and this is this. And you can go ahead and add more. This is this, and then this is this, and then let me style this with HTML so that I can make it with HTML. Great, yeah, perfect. Right. So these are just some styles I wrote, and yeah. So this is going to list the things here. All I'm going to focus on is the styling. So I give them some classes, and then let's see how the styling for this thing. We can create, this is for language. So just as we did for the other one, we can go here, create a language, those CSS, and we can style these things. We can install these things, container, the other stuff, we can just give them 1,000 and they are going to appear nicely on the screen. So great. So while preparing the course, I also I prepared some CSS styles. So let me copy them, put them here so that we don't waste much time. Yeah. So, great. So all we are doing is that we starting from the language list, which is here, language item, language list, language item. So I'm just styling the whole thing here. Let me go. Where did I put the container? Yeah, this is the container stuff. Yeah, I think this should work. But I'm not a CSS guru, so just pay me for yay. What I was trying to do is that I just saw how they structured this. So on the left, and then we have something on the right. And you can see that we have the left. Oh, I think our pattern type should be more than 20 pages. So we should go to the nav and just so go to the application, and this should be, let's say this should be, or can we give it margin? Margin is just to put the thing from the person, just a picture. Oh, look, I gave this style which is not supposed to be there. I think I said some 100 viewport with things. Yay, take away this guy. I don't know. I'm not CSS guru, so forget about me, margin top, pixels. All right, so I think we should go to the nav, and then over here we should do with it, and then I think pattern 020, and then we can hide it. Yeah, so we can set a margin button to be no. Okay, so we added these styles to it. I think you can see that it's looking a bit nice, and then everything is working as expected. And looking at this also, like how we've did this, I decided to let's put something here, right? Let's say three explore some catalog over here. Well, let's see how it looks. Yay! You can go ahead and style it as you like, but I think I'm not going to do a CSS course over here. So yeah. When we look at this, there's something I would like to touch on before we even go to the rest of the style. And when we look at this, they are listing popular subjects and languages. Popular subject. And they are not listing all the languages. They are listing the popular language. It means that some languages are popular, some are not popular. That means that, can we do something like this? Hold on. Let's go to our migration, right? See. Yeah. When we talk about a language only have a name. But let's add is popular to it so that we can at least make some languages popular and then show them here. Maybe when we were doing a real application, then we can do some algorithm to check the language that many people are taking to show that this language is popular, right? Or can we run, yeah, can we do something like that? Let's just add some is popular like parameter to it because that's all we need. So we are going to generate a migration. So rows the migration dash page. Let's see if 31. All right, so let's see what helper method they give us when we are generating a new migration. Great. So they are saying that to generate a new migration, we add the migration, the column type, whatever, and a migration can be generated to add column, join table. But what we want to do is that we would like to add new column to it. Yeah, just like this one. Just like this one. And let's see. Yay! Can you say that? This is what we are looking for. Row G migration, add title to post. And we just want to do something like that. Row G migration, add. What do we want to add? Is popular to what? We want to add it to language. Is it languages or language? Oh, language. And we can say is popular, and then it's a Boolean. We are just following what they did here. Real G migration, add title to body, add title body to this, and then we are just doing adding is popular. Let's see what they give us. All right, the migration was generated successfully. Yay! Can you see that? We are generating a new migration. Let's save. Let's do Rails. You know what? Let's give it a default value. Let's give it a default value. Well, 2 fours. Yeah, each course is not popular by default. So, BB, great. All right. Then we can go ahead and add is popular to some languages. Let's go ahead to the schema. Let's check the language. Yay, can you see this? We've added is popular to the languages model. And then now if we check every single language, is popular has been added to it. Now what we want to do is that Let's go to the rows console and then add the is popular to some of the languages. So language dot last. This see is popular is set to false. So let's just change e dot is popular is equal to true. What's the name? Polula. This is crazy. In fact, I didn't mean to do this. So, rules, like if we generate the wrong migration, we can go ahead and do rules, rules, DB, rollback, right? Yeah, rules, DB, rollback. It means that undo the last migration I ran, just take it off. And then let's go back and change this. So it's popular, not it's popular. It's popular, right? And then let's just to rows DB migrate again. Great. And then we go to rows console again. And then let's just popular. All right. Is go to language the last. Then a dot is popular is set to true. A dot C. Yay. Then we can say A and its popular is set to true. So let's say let's change this language dot second. Then let's see. So we can check all the languages where the language dot where is popular is set to true. Yay! Can you see we are finding one, and we can use this inside the here. So go to languages here, and then let's see at popular language is equal to language dot where is popular is set to true. And then we can, instead of rendering all the languages on like here, all the languages, we like to render only the popular languages. So let's go there. Yay. Sure. And we are going to see only the popular languages. Can you imagine that? Yeah. So I use this to just show you that we could change a migration, like we could add a new field to a migration we've already worked on, and it is going to work fine as expected. You don't have to worry about a lot of things. And then this one too, when we click on it, it just take us to the same place like this guy too will take us. Yeah, this is not a styling course, but I think it should be good to go to take you through all the CSS stuff that we need to get up and running. Yeah. So anytime you want to run some styling, I think we can do it. So the next part that we'd like to add is the styling for this thing. So if you look at this, let me see. If you look at this, it is the initially it was the let me see if I'm gonna it is the language name. You see, we are trying to find all the all the courses that fall under one particular language. So in Rails, we can do that. You see, catalog language Python, and this is showing all the Python courses that all the courses that have the language Python. I don't know if you can see that. So this is how they are doing things, and we can also go ahead and do something similar. So for now, all we have is this guy. So languages. I would like to go to language slash, let's say, Golo. I've never heard of this language before. Then we will see all the courses there. Great. Then it will list all the courses that we have under Golo, tutor, LSL, whatever. This is what we are going to find. But for now, you see, we are referencing things by their ID. So instead of this, I would like to just give the language slash ID and the course to list all the courses under that specific language. And how is that handled? The first thing we like to do is want to go to the route. There's something called nested routing. Nested routing. Let me show you first. Rails nested routing. Yay. They are saying that sometimes, look, we can nest some routes inside some other route. And great, using nested route. So sometimes we can nest some route inside other routes. So if we put magazine, like we put apps inside magazine, we are going to have something like this: video, then identifier, then we're going to edit whatever, right? And this is exactly what we are trying to do. We want to nest the route so that at least we can have what we are looking for, like language, like the IDs, like the course. And Rails just make it simple for us. So there's a benefit of using that nested route, and it just helps us to just do this so that people cannot just go to any route they want. We have to let them like specify the route that they are going, and this can make our whole application so dynamic and for security issues too, right? So let's go ahead and then do some nesting. So we have language, where is language? And then there are courses under language. And if you look at this, how they are doing it, we can just learn something from it. I think the nested was here. Yeah, they just put one route inside another using the do block. So let's do here, do, and then we add the end, and then we like to add all the courses inside this guy. Can you see this? And by just doing this, let's go to the Rails route to see what we have. Let's go to course. Look at how course has been routed. So its course is going to be languages course path. And that takes us to the course in index page, languages course path. So it's language like the language ID and the courses. And then once we do this, we will be able to get all the courses belonging to this language, right? All the courses belonging to this language. Cool. And the next thing that we need to do is that we now need to go to, they are saying that the action is shown. So this is where we are going to see all this. Whenever we route to language, like this guy, language ID courses, it will take us to the course index page. So let's go ahead and then list all the specific courses which has that language ID inside. And then after that, we render them in the screen. All right, so now we've been able to, we've seen the languages here. And then we would like to do this. When we go to a language index page, for example, this guy, Python, we see all the courses belonging to that specific language. And that's what we want to do over here. When we go to displays, we should be able to see all the courses belonging to this language. So what we can do is that we can come over here, and you know that already we are having this set up. This language we are finding the language by ID, by the params ID. So we can say that we want I think we are on the details page. So we want the at language dot course. So we can see at courses is equal to at language dot course. This is going to give us all the courses belonging to this specific language. And we can go to that language show page. Sorry, this is going to be the language index page. So we need to go to the language index page. So where is language? Let me turn the camera. So this is language. And then we go to the index page for the language. And this is the only thing we are rendering over here. But we can render a lot of data here. Now, for the purposes of time, I like to just copy and paste what I just prepared for us. So let me copy and paste so that we talk about it. Okay, let's go over one by one. So we can see that we now have, we have the course name. So what we can do is that we can, please stop this. We can render the at courses dot, all right. Remember that this courses is going to be the courses belonging to this specific language each. And then we can do something with it. And what can we do? What can we do? All right. We can render something on screen. So we can just render the course name. Let's do an li, and then we can render the course name. So, do we give it a course? Yeah. And then we can render the course, the name. Then what else? We know that there's a course.description thing out there. But for now, let's just render the course.name and see how things work when we go to the courses details page. Yay, can you see that? We are listing only the languages. Sorry, all the courses belonging to this programming language. Let's go back and then let's see another one. Let's see LLMs. This is Science 173. Let's go to another one and see if the science, this is a different course belonging to a different language. So you can see that we are just using this to render the courses belonging to this specific language. And then we can go ahead and do a lot. We can even print the category name, because we know that when we go to the relationship, each course is having some category. So we can print the course.this category name. We can print all the sections belonging to this course inside this language model, because language is having access to the course. But I prepared something as I was telling you while preparing this course, and then let me just copy and paste, and then we can, so that we don't waste much time here. All right, so I'm just giving the whole thing an ID, and then we are rendering the course, and then we are using a card. And then when someone hit on the on this course, we like to go somewhere, and then I'm just giving it, we are printing the course name, course description, then the category name, and then we are printing the number of lectures from the course. And then if we look at the rows console, the rows console. If we look at the rows console, let's tap on a language. Let's tap on the language dot course dot first dot courses. Great. Then the courses, let's tap on the first course. So the courses, what are we trying to find? We're trying to find the lectures belonging to, so the courses dot first dot lectures. Look, we're able to tap into all the lectures, so we can count the count. We can count the number of lectures out here, and that's what we are doing. We are just counting the lectures inside each course, and I think this is what we are doing. So if we save and then go to the screen, refresh our page, oh boom, we need to run our server. All right. So the server is now running. So let's refresh the page. Great. So if we go to one particular course, I'm hoping that, yay, we are rendering that with a lot of content. And then let me add the styles I created for this thing here. All right. So I created some small styles, and this styles is pertaining to the course. So let me go to this place and then go up here. This is belonging to a language, sorry. We are still working on the language model. So I like to put it down here. Let's just minimize. And then we see that we are just giving these courses that we are rendering, we are just wrapping them in a Flex container, and then we are using Flex to display them on screen. And then let's hit. Great. Can you see this? I'm rendering them nicely. So when you go to each course, each language, these are the courses that fall under that specific language. And over here, there are a lot of courses. Let's go back and see. Let's go to tutor. There are only 4 courses. And then it lists the number of lessons belonging to that course, plus the course category. This is an intermediate course. This beginner, and this is beginner. Yeah. But the last thing we like to do is that when we click on this, we like to take the user to the course, the language /ID/ the courses / the ID of the course we are going to click on. Now, if you look at this, we've done that correctly. So this is going to be the ID of the course. I don't know if you get a point. So once we click on any of these, we would like to go to that specific course details page to show the details about that course. Just as this one, when you come here, you have a lot of courses belonging to a language. And I think this is the same thing that we are doing. And when you click on any of these, now I just look at this and build the same thing. I don't know if you can see that, just build the same thing here. So yeah, so when you click on any of these, it will take you to that specific course page where you can see details about that specific course. And I'll still like to use the referral routing to do that. So to do that, let me go to the routes file. You can see that each language is having courses. So let me see if we don't have any problem with that. we are going to course language course ID. So I think we already even have this one. So course. When we want to go to a course, so language course ID. Oh, great. It's already there. So it is language course ID. Language course ID. Okay, we are going to the index page. Language, so we go to courses. No, we don't want to go to course. We go to course the ID. Yay, this is what we are looking for. Language course ID. And we go to course show. So let's go to the course and then the show action. All right. Let's go to course controller and then the show action. And this is where we want to render all the courses. But let's click on it and see what happened. Oh, we have an error. Yeah, I know where this is coming from. You know, because we've updated the courses links and we made them RESTful route, and these courses are not going to work. These links, so we have to update the links. I'll do them later. Let me take away those links so that at least we can check to see if our things are working nicely. So we go to course show page. This is what is yelling at us. So let me just take away this thing and then refresh the page and boom. Look, we go to the language /ID /the course, that specific course, which is so nice. And we have the course name, the course description, the language ID, and then the category ID. Great. Now, the rest is Ruby code. We can use Ruby to grab all the data here. We can grab all the lessons, just as we did for the language. We can grab all the lessons belonging to this course, then all the sections and everything here. Right. Okay. Let's try and see if we can do this. For the first time, let me. All right, I'll add the git commit soon. So first of all, let me go to the course. RVM is okay. Okay, so I'd like to tap into the course. So let's see course dot. All right. Or should I use the debugger? How about using that? Yeah, let's use the debugger to see. I mean, sometimes we need a debugger to check what is happening behind this. Let's go to what we are trying to find is the course show page, right? This here. So let's use the debugger here. And then let's see what happens when we load this course. So let me go here. And then debugger stop executing the code. It means that we can tap into what we want and then look at what data we are having. So first of all, look, okay, it got here, and then we know that we are having the at courses because this is the show page, right? We are having the at courses over here, which is set up for all the. So let's do at course. Great. So this is the course, that specific course we are at, and then we can just type a course dot. What do we want? Each course is having sections. Let's see. Yay! All the sections are coming. So it means that we can tap into this specific course. The course coming here, that course, this at course, and then we can render the section. So we can just go ahead and do something like this because we know that this course has sections. So we can go ahead and do at course dot sections dot each, and then let's give it a name. Let's see section and give it a do block. All right. This is purely code, and then we can just see we want to render the section the name here. Let's look at what we have. I think we can just hit continue. Continue. Hey, unexpected doodle across the each section across the each do, and I am wrong, right? Probably. Sometimes when we start getting confused, this will happen. So across, oh, so bad, my bad. All right, I'm sorry for this. So we, this is complete error code. All right, so let's push the page again. And then hit up. Continue. I'll get back to this guy again. So. Yay! We are listing this is creative art, health science, whatever. Maybe you can see that, but let me do a P and then put these guys inside. We are listing all the sections inside this this specific course. All right, yeah. Great. Look, we have a lot of sections there. These are the section names, and we can list for each section. Let me go ahead and then refresh the page again. For each section, we can tap into the lessons in that section. So let me do you remember that we did something like this? Call those sections. Let's say dot. First, the lessons. Let's see. Oops. Okay, maybe the first don't have a lesson. The second don't lesson. Sure. Let me just take this guy away. It's okay. I think I'm done with why I brought him here. We can handle the rest inside the show page. So continue. Great. So we can handle the rest here. We can just go ahead and see that inside the course show page, we can see if the course has some lessons, then we render them. I prepared something here, I think, for the course show page, and then we can just put them here so that we don't waste my time. At least we spend so much time in this and then that. Okay, let's first check to see if it's working nicely before. Language course, let's the first time. I think I did some. You are not yet rich where to call you. Perfect. So we are listing the each. So we are on this page. This is the course page. The course is health science. And this course is having a syllabus, and that syllabus is having sections. You can see that these are the sections. And then the section 2 are having data. And we can tap into that data to see what is happening behind the scenes. Now, let me add the styles for this so that at least we can see that, hey, is this so nice? Because this, for now, doesn't make sense. Let's add some styles for this. So, oh, my bad. All right, so this is for course, and then I prepared some CSS class styles. So let me just move CSS. And this is it. We are just saying that, let me open this side by side so that we can see what we are doing. This is the course Is this a course show page? Yeah, course show page, sure. Sure. Let me install this with you. HTML. Great. So we are having a course ID. Then we are checking to see if the course has something. And then this is where the section container is coming. We are giving the width of 100%. And each section is having some background color. And then the URLs, I'm giving them some styling, just something small to show something on the screen to make this look a bit lovely, right? And this is what we are having. This is the course details page. Now, you might be looking at, what is this? This is what I built. So this is the syllabus, the sections, and when you click under each section, it gets all the lessons under each section. And it's exactly what we have here. The sections and the courses under each section. The section name, the course under each section. And this is what we have. If you have any question, you can drop it in our comments. All right, the last thing is that we like to go to this, the specific lesson page. Yeah, sure, the specific lesson, because these lessons are having ID, so we can route there. But to do that, first of all, we need to create the route. So that is also going to be a nested route. And the lesson is going to be under, sorry, the lecture. Where's the lecture? You don't have it. Oh, I took it out. Sorry, lecture. I'm sorry. I'll never take you out again. So we can do something like this. And yeah, we can see there's another resource called lectures. And that resource, lectures, that resource is inside courses. This is nested route upon nested route. Sometimes that's what we need. Let's go to the rules route to see what has been generated for us. So let's refresh the page. And then let's say we want a lecture. How does a single lecture look? So a lecture is going to be, we are going to one specific lecture. So it's going to be the lecture / ID. Great. So it's language course lecture path. Language course lecture path. And I think that is what I did over here. This LI should go to language course lecture path. I think I did that. So let's do it again. All right. Link to this guy, language course lecture path, and then do we put this here. Yeah, language course lecture path. But then language course lecture means that if you look at this place, they are saying that we should provide the language, the specific course, and then that lecture. So there's a lot of parameters we have to provide. So the language, I think, how do we get graph hold of the language? Yeah. So let me go to the controller to see if inside the show page we have the language. Yeah, this is what we want. And then how do we get the language? Come on. So what we do is that we see at language is equal to languages, language dot find, and then what do we find? We say params. Dot what? Language ID. The reason is that we could have done param.id, but now the params are many. So we want to find that parameter specifically for that language. So this is param.language ID. It's no more just param.id. But in nested route, we have to specify which ID we are talking about. And they would like to go here. That's going to be that specific language we are looking for. And the course, we already know that this is the course show page. So it's going to be that specific course. So we can come here, and I think that's all we need to do. We can come here, and then we can see that a language, then the course is going to be this course that we're talking about. And then the lecture is going to be this specific lecture. You may need to do some reading to get used to these. I think initially it was like some music in my ear, but later when I started using it over and over again, I became used to it, and then I just loved it. Yeah, can you see this? This sticker specifically to that. All right, so that specific lecture page. Let me go to the lectures and take away the route, because you see, once we do the nested routing, the links get destroyed. We need to change all the links. So. Okay, so lecture 2, and then let's take away this guy. So. Great. And this is what we have. We are having that specific lecture. It was like some music, but we've been able to do it. It was just crazy. From our catalog, where we see all the languages, to when we click on a specific language, where it takes us to the language page, then to the course page, then to that specific lecture page. And this is what we are having here. We are having the languages. I use the languages, and then we click on a language, take us to the languages page, where we see all the languages belonging to that, all the courses belonging to that language. Click on one language, take us to all the courses specific for that language, and then we click on one to go to the lecture. And this is so beautiful. Yeah, so this is nested routing, and then I think the things that we've covered are nested routing. That's number one. Then styling, we've added a lot on styling, where we can just put the styling inside asset file, give it a different name, show it on screen, right? Show it on screen. Did I really do the styling? Put it on coming. I'm sure I'm not bad. Right. Close others. Man. All right, so course, yeah, and then did I refer it inside this place? Application HTML. This is the nav, but I did not. So let's go to that course. Yeah, it is working fine. Yeah. I know it is working. Yeah, so that's that course language. We don't have language. Oh, this seems to be America. We don't have the language, but it seems that the styles are working. Does it mean that the moment we put it here, and we even take this, the moment we put it inside the asset file, it works? I don't know. Maybe you need to find it for yourself. For now, to be on the safer side, let me put it here. Language, course, sorry, course, then so courses, course, then lecture. All right, good job. Thanks for joining me up to this point. It was enjoyable. It was fun. was beautiful. All right, what is left is going to be for now. The next thing that we'll be talking about is authentication, authorization, testing. That's going to be the last part of this whole thing. And with that one, I would like to see you there where we do it together as a team. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate it.